Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jacure among 200 criminal traces given gun license. The Firearm Licensing Authority (FLA) has revealed that dancehall artist Jacure is among 200 people with criminal convictions or adverse traces who were granted firearms license between 2014 and 2017. Some of the gun permit applicants had convictions for murder, firearm offenses, and drug trafficking. They had all been previously denied license by the FLA board. According to CEO Shane Darling, only one known Don was given 4 gun permits, and a convict who returned to Jamaica after being extradited, tried and sentenced in the United States, was also given 4 gun permits. The FLA boss told journalists at a press conference at the AC Mart Hotel in New Kingston that in all cases, the reasons for the denial of the gun permit applications were on the files of the applicants. In Jacure's case, he said the board denied the singer a license in June 2015 on the basis that he was not fit and proper shortly after he was released from prison. But 10 weeks later, the permit was signed and approved. Jacure was convicted for rape and illegal possession of a firearm. What was curious was that the board was reversing decisions of the previous board. One board would deny the license on the basis that the person wasn't fit and proper, and also that the new board has no new application before it or no new information. Approve the person on a willy-nilly basis, stated Darlene. He said eventually Jacure's gun license was revoked. Scotiabank denies duplicated deposit accounts. Scotiabank is denying a report that a Westmoreland man electronically transferred money to the wrong customer because there is a duplication of bank account numbers in its system. The man said he transferred more than $1.7 million from his National Commercial Bank account to the wrong Scotia customer because of a duplication in account numbers. There is no duplicated account numbers within our system, Public Affairs and Communications Manager Denise Savard said in a statement. According to Daniel, transfer required the correct deposit account number and branch transit number. In this instance, the customer wrote the incorrect branch name on the form provided. In processing the transaction, his bank then inserted the corresponding transit number to the branch, he stated, said Daniel, in responding to questions from reporters. The transaction was processed via real-time gross settlement and interbank transfer system in which all transactions are sent using a numeric base and fully automated process. The system matches the account and branch information stated on the request form. Scotiabank said it will willingly cooperate and collaborate with both third-party banks and law enforcement to ensure the best possible outcome for affected persons. Man fatally shot by police in Portland. A man was fatally shot by the police after he allegedly attacked the lawman in Fruitfulville in Portland last night. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. Details of the incidents are sketchy. However, the police sources have revealed that residents reportedly saw the man breaking into a building and removing items and summoned the police. Upon the arrival of the police team shortly before midnight, the man allegedly attacked them with a machete and was shot. He was rushed to the Port Antonio Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police said that prior to the shooting, a building that was allegedly broken into by the man was seen on fire. FLA rejects report it denied firearm permit for murdered Chinese couple. The Firearm Licensing Authority (FLA) has rejected reports that it denied a permit application by the Chinese couple the murder in St. Elizabeth last December. In fact, Chairman Ardley Carter said the couple never applied for a gun license. Carter made the revelation during a media briefing at AC Mart Hotel in New Kingston. Neither the gentleman nor his wife made an application to the FLA for a firearm license, Carter said. He said checks at several government entities would supply documents to applicants for the process came up empty. Carter said he was seeking to clear the air because the FLA has been under attack. According to him, deliberate attempts are being made to deceive the public about the FLA. The couple, the proprietors of Joe's Supermarket in southern St. Elizabeth, had been robbed several times. During the robbery in December, the husband and wife were shot dead by gunmen who also robbed the supermarket in Southfield. The police had listed 3 men as wanted in connection with the gruesome killing and have named an employee as a person of interest. One of the men was held in St. Anne earlier this month. Fire destroys computer lab at Fruitfulville Primary School in Portland. A fire of unknown origin destroyed a computer lab at the Fruitfulville Primary School in Portland. Firefighters said that they were summoned to the scene shortly after midnight. The estimated loss for the fire is not yet known. Approximately 30 computers and 3 printers were reportedly destroyed in the blaze. West Portland Member of Parliament Darrell Valls said the loss of the computer lab will affect hundreds of students who are now doing their school-based assessment, along with other residents that were engaged in research activities and online businesses. Valls, who is also Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, said the loss of the building will have to be quickly assessed with a view to engage in reconstruction in the shortest possible time with assistance from the Universal Service Fund. The entity is an agency of the ministry and has a mandate to ensure access to information and communication tools to facilitate development. PEP Performance Task Exam cancelled. The Ministry of Education is reporting that the administration of the Perform Task component of the Grade 6 Primary Exit Profiled PEP has been cancelled. The exam was scheduled for March 22 and 24. The ability test, which was set for next week Tuesday on February 22nd, has been pushed back to March 24. However, the curriculum-based test will go ahead as scheduled on April 27 and 28. The Education Ministry indicated that it decided on the changes following a meeting with stakeholders last Friday. It said the emergency meeting was called against the background of concerns raised about the readiness of students to sit these exams. The ministry said a recent survey by its School Improvement and Operational Branch found that more than 70% of the teachers who responded to the survey stated that students were not ready for the assessment, and 59% preferred a change in the date of assessment. Some 314 persons participated in the survey. The survey found that the current cohort of students has been in and out of the physical school environment since the second term of grade 4, and that some students may have had full access to the curriculum in the remote environment. It was noted that this may have negatively affected the grasp of fundamental skills that are necessary for the application of analytical thinking that is required to successfully do the ability tests. Most, if not all, of the students are still trying to cope with the psychological demands of the pandemic whilst readjusting to routine in-person learning, the survey found. Bills increase, services decrease, Manchester councillors try to JPS. Councillors at the Manchester Municipal Corporation have expressed displeasure at the poor level of service they continue to receive from the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS, despite numerous reports. Their dissatisfaction was further fueled by the virtual attendance of the operator's manager, Devon Willis, to last Thursday's meeting, instead of being physically present to facilitate better discussions absent the technical glitches. Willis, in his response, indicated there were some miscommunication between his office and the corporation as to the date and time for the meetings. However, that was quickly refuted by Mayor Donovan Mitchell, who stated that the general corporation meetings across the island have been held on the second Thursday for every month at 10 a.m. since 1928. Despite Willis' reports on streetlights repair, pole replacement, and rebushing projects, the council said they were dissatisfied with the quality of the work. I want to find out if it is only when persons have late payment that the contractors JPS employs can be effective in the job of disconnection. You are paid by your customers, by this council, to carry out your lawful duties. How often are linemen sent out to do their assessments? Councillors of the Craighead Division, Omar Miller, questioned. He added, when you look at the monthly bills, you have no choice but to pay. That means the service required, we must get it. As the service company continues to encourage the use of its mobile app to report issues, among other features, Councillor of the Grovetown Division, Icefall Brown, indicated that it should not be positioned as the most effective method for all. Not everybody is tech savvy, and Willis is telling me that I should tell the public to download the app. We have so many problems to talk about, and it cannot be that people are having problems and it cannot be addressed. Brown said as a result of persons' inaccessibility and inability to use the app, several issues remain underreported. Right now, at the Cocoa Cemetery, there is a rotten pole that is practically across the road, he said. However, Media and Public Relations Manager at the JPS, Arthur Williams, reported that the app remains an option for reporting issues, even as the company streamlines processes for improving results. While customers are encouraged to use the mobile app because of the improved customer service in being able to track the resolution of their query, the company is also mindful that some customers are not tech-savvy. That is why all other channels are making formal reports still exist, she stated. Councillor for the Walderston Division Leroy Mitchell indicated that lives will continue to be endangered if the company takes a reactive rather than a proactive approach. I am so disappointed that you have been waiting months to get a matter resolved. Over the last 4 to 6 months, I have been complaining of fire up by Shudley, and up until today, nothing has been done about it. Willis, speaking at the Monte Corporation's meeting on Thursday, indicated that there are some challenges and asked members to submit formal and specific reports about their concerns so that they can be addressed. I will reach out to all councillors to have a one-on-one and want to get a feel that the challenges and how best I can work with each councillor. I am just asking for your patience and allow us to work together, he stated. 70 new COVID-19 cases, no death recorded. Jamaica on Monday recorded 70 new cases of COVID-19, with ages ranging from 46 days to 95 years, pushing the total to 127,233. Of the new infections, 41 are men and 29 are women. The cases were recorded in St. James 22, Kingston and St. Andrew 8, Westmoreland 8, Trelawney 8, St. Catherine 6, Manchester 5, Clarendon 4, St. Mary 3, Portland 3, St. Anne 1, Hanover 1, St. Elizabeth 1, and St. Thomas none. A total of 1,113 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 17.9%. Meanwhile, no additional death was recorded, keeping the tally to 2,750. In the meantime, there were 227 more recoveries, increasing the total to 73,688. Some 309 persons are in hospital, with 75 being moderately ill, 38 severely ill, and 9 critically ill. 11,987 persons are at home in quarantine. Please remember